one done. Here's test two. Can I pass this to you? Just set that right in the middle for me. I got two more coming your way. One. Don't steal this chair, you don't mind. All right. Two. And three.
Your shoes. Those are cool. I just realized I got shoes on.
Awesome. That is perfect. So I'm going to do just a subtle change. They're going to have their back to a couple of you, and that's okay, because this is more about these people and less about you at the moment. There we go. I like that. Well, you need a little bit of knee space, I guess. Huh? There we go. Okay. Welcome to. That is poor planning. Welcome to the fishbowl. So I asked this morning, but I just want to ask again. Has anyone ever been part of a fishbowl? So this is your first shot at it, and let's see how this goes. I'm actually seeing spots right now. That caught me right in the, man. So here's a fishbowl. This is what a fishbowl is all about. A fishbowl is designed to thrive and work purely off of participation on the student. And it's designed to really bring discussion out versus just one-way communication. Because you all probably been in a situation where you want to try to get students to talk, but even when you ask questions, right, it's just you're almost kind of like waiting for someone, and either they do or they don't, right? Here, well, they kind of have to. It's really the only way the activity works. But I want you all to just be a part of it so you can understand the dynamics of how this works. And I hope that you'll get really invested in it and share some ideas that you guys have on any of these. What happens in this fishbowl is we're going to drop a topic on you. I'm just going to put it up on the screen. I'm going to put this question that I want you all to think about. When that happens, I would love for two people, if you have an idea, to come up here and just share their ideas with each other. That's who you talk to. Is the fish go into the center of the bowl. You guys are the bowl. Now, anyone who has ever had a fish at home, right? How much noise does that glass wall make? It's a glass wall. It doesn't make noise. That's the idea, right? So you guys on the outside, you're here to just allow observation. You're here just taking it in. The people in the center, the fish, they're the ones that interact with each other. So they're almost having their own conversation that we are all listening into. Now, there's always one open seat in the fish bowl. That when someone wants to share from the bowl, they take the open seat and they tap out one of the other people. Just one. So there's always two people in the bowl. And this continues to go on as you guys just share any ideas, just in, out, basically little musical chairs. But at first, I want you all to get an opportunity to see the question so you can think about it, and then I want you to share your thoughts. It kind of touches a little bit on what we went through this morning, but here's your question. What challenges do we face with keeping a healthy momentum within the classroom? Now, we touched a little bit on it with like the idea of like the challenges that millennial generation kind of posed to us, but like what else is just out there? What gets in our way from having the smoothest running class we could possibly want? What are the challenges that we're faced with in and or out or around the classroom? So ponder on that. If you want to share any challenges you've ever had or that just think exist, that fishbowl is where I'd like you to be to just kind of share. Once you do that, we'll kind of tap in and out, but don't all jump at once.
Once you get in there, you're going to stay in there?
You stay in there until someone taps you out.
Or you have to keep talking?
No, you don't have to keep talking. You can awkwardly stare at everybody around you. It's a perfectly smooth way to make sure that someone taps you out is when you make strong, vicious eye contact.
I feel that technology problems, when your internet goes down, keeps you from facilitating a great classroom experience.
Totally. I won't leave you hanging.
Okay.
I find that to be a challenge too.
You know, and it's hard to get people there fast enough to help you with your class.
No, that's the truth. So even not only just the tech challenge itself, but like
Getting an
having to
IT
get like an
person.
IT someone or something like that in, and does it ever happen to you? Like they come in and they're just kind of like works for me.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh,
That's very odd.
But so
Or I don't know what your problem is, it's working fine now.
So let me. So other like getting it. You say is it like a challenge on getting it to work, or is it a challenge of because the technical course would offer a few different challenges. I see. What do you?
Ours goes through Cox cable, and sometimes they have cable issues that go down,
Also, like the internet will actually just not even be available.
and then yours, you know, you have your class all set up for this, you know, interaction with your pivot point class, and
The internet just takes a dump
Yeah.
right on it.
so there you are.
No, that's a unique one. I wonder if anyone else around here has ever had technology challenges.
I don't know.
I mean,
You said if I got here, I'd have to stay all day.
no, you don't have to. Eventually, someone will tap you out. See? But I'm curious to see what she adds to this now that I'm here.
Well, we had issues with technology in our classroom, and it was because our Wi-Fi wouldn't go through some of the block walls in our school. And so, and the mirrors, oh my gosh, the mirrors. They said the mirrors will bounce the Wi-Fi all over the place, and you've had all sorts of issues.
Interesting.
But not only that, we've had problems with students going off on break and then coming back with a little bit of conflict or a little bit of attitude with each other, and then they're all separated and kind of, that's another distraction I had.
Like clicks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just got tapped out. I was going to continue that, but I'm out.
I find that keeping a healthy challenge in the classroom, we do work on iPads and our books are all on iPads, that our students kind of drift off and go to the internet, Facebook, and as you're going over subject matter and you think that they're paying attention, you kind of walk by and look that they are totally somewhere else.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah, so this is a challenge to keep them,
Or they got their secret language that they're always like putting a tree out there. Like, what does that tree mean, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even understand half the stuff they're putting on their Facebook
do
page.
your students have
they're
access
texting.
to Facebook and all that on their okay.
They're not supposed to.
Okay, see, we do because in our school, they're allowed to post all of everything that they do in class and everything, so.
Yeah, they can if they
Yeah,
want to.
so this is a big
But we
problem
don't
for
let them
us,
do
yeah,
that.
and this is a big challenge for us to keep the motivation on what's going on in the classroom versus what's going on the iPad. And you
Yeah.
know, we live in that tech society where that's their other appendage. And to
Yeah.
keep them focused
And
is tough.
I know that I'm older than most of my students, but I'm like that too. I always have to have my phone next to me, and if my phone's dead, then it's the iPad, you know?
Hi.
With you on that, but also we have problems with getting students to show up on time.
That's a huge
I
problem.
mean, we tried doing, playing games first thing, doing something fun, even bringing in donuts first thing in the morning, so people show up on time, get to have a little like breather first thing before we start. As well as, of course, you know, having tests first thing, you know, so review for the test, or they show up late, they miss the review for the test.
Do you let them just come into the classroom if the class is in session? Do you let them just come in and be a part of it? Do you feel that that's a good thing for the class, or do you think that causes too much
It does cause
chaos
that,
with the classroom and it kind of stops everything?
There is a cutoff, they're not
Yeah.
allowed to come in if it's past a certain time,
Okay.
but maybe.
We do
maybe,
that. Our school starts at 8:30 and we try to, at 8:45, if class has started, you're not allowed. But it still causes a lot of chaos in the class, you know, because they come in, they walk across and, you know, everybody stops paying attention and you kind of stop what you're doing and they'll go, so where am I at here? You don't have that kind of
Yes,
problem,
constant
too?
interruption coming in, having to stop, thanks for joining us again. So, yeah.
Any solution?
Like I said, we've tried those two things, and it's a constant battle, constantly even on the ladies' website, trying to look up there, because they have a lot of resources for that as well, and I've used different things, but
I find the problem too is so many students have jobs after school, and so many of our students, we live in a university town, and so a lot of kids, West Virginia, come from different areas to our school, and so they have to maintain a job to be able to support themselves. So not only are they late, then they're falling asleep in class. and it's really tough. And we happen to be in a school where our owner has a camera in every single room. So if you see a student not being engaged, he has a very big problem with that. But meanwhile, that student just said to us, I just got off of my shift at 2 o'clock this morning, and I'm trying to be here the best I can. And after the test is over, they're dozing off. I don't know if the rest of you have had any of these
We
problems.
have had that problem.
And how do you approach it?
The way we approach it is we give them a warning and let them know next time and they have to send it home.
Do you think that solves the problem?
For one student in particular that we had a problem with, it actually has.
Okay. The consistency of it?
I'm like, first time I will clock you out and just say you want a break, and then next time, then you're just have to go home and try to get some sleep. And if there's something we can do to help you, please let us know if there's something we can do to help you. So
Okay, I just found this to be a tough thing.
it is, yeah.
Anybody else?
Anyone else want to? I've seen a lot of heads nodding.
Anybody else want to come in?
You want to throw another challenge out there? Someone's
Challenge?
digging deep. Challenge. How about this? We'll cycle out. You two can leave because you already got started on the next segment, which is where I'll take you. I have no idea what a clicker is, but this will work just fine. So let's talk about some of these issues that came up. Let's recap for just a moment. That's what my role here will be. Students arrived late, sleeping on the job. Right? We had tech distractions. We